Taurus, this is going to be a look at what the next 72 hours has in store for you. We're going to do like a 6-card spread or so, and then we're going to pull some oracle cards. Of course, any information that you may be looking for to book a personal reading with me will be listed in the description, so just check there. And if you want to see my lives or answer personal reading questions, I do go live around like 8:30, 10:30, or like 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. If you don't see me live around those times, I'm probably not live for the day. But you could definitely come through and get a question on the spot there as well. And let's go ahead and jump straight into your reading. So first card that we have here, this is going to represent just the general energy for you guys. So Taurus, we have the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands talks about inspiration. It talks about motivation. It also talks about being irritated and frustrated and feeling like there's some sort of action that needs to be taken in a new direction. So for the next 72 hours, you could be feeling like this strong impulse to maybe start something new. This could be creatively, this could be financially. For some of you, this could be within your love life where either you want to freshen up the connection that you're already in, where you guys are being more romantic, being more flirty with each other, instead of it being like irritated, frustrated, I can't get through to you focus, more so trying to focus on where you guys have been missing like the passion and the excitement around things. I think that could be your intention or your person. You could be wondering like, what is this person's intentions in their actions, whether this is a newer connection or not. Also, the Page of Wands talks about feeling like there's a lot of responsibility or stuff that you're taking on right now that you're not sure that you can handle. So an example of this could be like being new to motherhood or being new to a new way of making money. And it's like, well, I don't know if I'm cut out for this, or if this is going to be too big of a responsibility for me to handle. So I see you guys actively trying to adjust. There also may be a Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo of significance that may be confronting you or trying to talk to you. That could be frustrating you. Okay. But going into career and finance, I do have the 8 of Cups. So again, I'm getting like this transitional phase. Some of you could be in a space to where it's like, I'm kind of over where I'm at within my career, and I really want to explore other means of making money. It may have been a career path that gave you a lot of excitement or fulfillment at one point, but you may not necessarily feel that same way anymore. You could feel like, okay, I'm being nudged to go in a new direction, explore new opportunities. Let me see what that looks like. For others of you, there could be a lot of people getting fired within your job, or a lot of people leaving, job cuts, things changing within the inner workings of your company. That's making you wonder like, hey, am I going to get fired? Am I going to be considered for a position that's better than this one? What's going on? Now, going into what I see with love, we have the Devil. So with your love life, some of you could be dealing with a Capricorn. Doesn't have to be a Capricorn specifically, but you could be dealing with somebody where you guys have gone through some toxic stuff. Past tense or even currently, you guys could be still struggling with certain things. Now, with the Devil card, this could talk about a need for, again, sprucing up the relationship. If there's been a focus on what's wrong, instead of you guys loving on each other and focusing on having the chemistry in the connection, I think that that's what's been hindering you guys from actually moving from this dark place within the relationship. Okay. Also, the Devil card does talk about attachment, and it talks about toxic attachment. So toxic thoughts, an attachment to negative events to where we let it control us. Okay, this could also talk about just the need for control, period. So this could be what's affecting either an existing connection or for some of you in terms of being single. For my single Taurus, You could be holding on to all the negative memories, and your jargon could be, I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to repeat certain things over, which is a product of thinking about the negative. Because I always say this, you can never waste your time when it comes to relationship, any relationship, even if it doesn't work out and it's not the person that you're with forever. That's not a waste of time. That was still an experience with another human being where you got to learn about yourself, learn about others, learn about what you're, genuinely attracted to, what you're not attracted to. It's always an opportunity to get closer to self and to get closer to the right person for you. So never a waste of time. But that stream of consciousness always becomes a thing when we are attached to believing that love is negative, unless it goes exactly the way that we want it to, which is a controlling nature. And for some of you, you could have someone else around you where they have certain traits or belief systems or behaviors that really do drag things down. Now, a possible challenge you will have to face during this time frame with the Two of Wands, this is being torn. Okay, if you are caught in between two decisions, caught in between two paths, and you haven't really maybe positioned yourself to go in either direction, or too afraid to go in either direction, I think that this time frame, the challenge is choosing. Am I going to go down this path of working this job or going into a different one? Am I going to stay with my person or be single? Am I going to be single or allow myself to date? These are the types of questions that align you with a new path, because the Two of Wands is like, I know if I make certain actions or take certain actions in this direction, what I'm going to align myself with versus another path. For others of you, also could have someone around you where they don't make clear decisions, so they leave you in limbo based off of their actions. Now, going into the next one, this is going to represent the advice. So with the Four of Wands, there needs to be a focus on the home environment in terms of strengthening it. Okay, if you have a family or a family situation, prioritizing what's best for the unit and also for yourself while being a part of the unit, okay? Being a parent is important in the sense that you got to make sure that you also take care of yourself in the process of being a parent. Also with the Four of Wands, this does talk about just home, period. If you guys have been looking for a new home, wanting to relocate to a new home to save money, Spirit is saying, yes, go for it. And just leaning into more family support, even if you aren't a parent. If you have certain family members that want to be supportive, want to be there, want to be helpful, lean into them. Oh, another thing I want to say with the Four of Wands, for any of my Taurus who want to have like home-based businesses, you really do need to dedicate your time, your energy, your effort into making that a reality. Don't play around is the advice. Now, last card, this is going to represent the outcome for this time frame, and we have the Fool card. So the Fool card represents Aries energy, so there could be an Aries of significance by the end of this, or this talks about you taking a new approach to doing things, a new angle to doing things. This also talks about just starting fresh. Now, there could be an intimidation with you starting something new, mainly because you just don't know how it will turn out. And it could just feel inherently risky with you going off on a ledge and not knowing if the results will be good, if things will, turn out well. It's a process. For others of you, you could be trying to start fresh with someone, like in a romantic sense, and it's the risk of, okay, is this person going to hurt me again, or is this person going to hurt me, period? So there's some sort of risk that you're going to be taking on. Now, going into the last cards, we have the Mirror, which represents reflection. Flip that. And we also have Stars, which represents divine guidance. So the final message is, it's important with reflection that you take very specific time out to do this, but not in a way where you're overly reflecting on things that you already have gotten either divine guidance from your spiritual team about, or literal divine guidance from like readings or whatnot, or where you've already came to a level of insight. It's important that you don't allow your mind to ruminate in a way where it's not beneficial to you. Also, understand that, again, with relationships, with life itself, it's a moment for us to be able to reflect if we allow ourselves to, in a way where we see, our good traits, the traits that we struggle with, the things that we, are not perfect in. And your spiritual team has been just trying to show you that via relationships around you and via different things. So don't beat yourself down in regards to you being shown self via relationships and all of these things around you. Okay? But this is what I see. I hope that this was helpful and to give you insight. And I will talk to you in the next one.